Hey everyone, I'm Thomas Jefferson. You might recognize me as the author of the Declaration of Independence and the third President of the United States, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me back up real quick. I was born on April 13th, 1743 at Shadwell Plantation in Virginia. Beautiful, beautiful place. I received an early education from tutors. I developed a very fond love for nature and books. I would spend most of my childhood days either outside exploring, studying, or reading. When I was about 9, I went to a boarding school, and no, this wasn't the typical boarding school where the parents, send off their horrible kid and whatnot. No, I actually really wanted to go to this boarding school. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot, learned a lot of things, including the 3 languages: French, Latin, and Greek. Throughout my life, I invented a lot of things. I like to make my life a lot easier. Some of these inventions you might actually see today and use today. These inventions include the swivel chair, the great clock, and the folding ladder, and even some words like belittle, ottoman, and pedicure. I take a lot of pride and joy in my inventions. Like I said, they make my life a lot easier. But however, there is one thing that I take, or that is my most pride and joy, and that is my wife, Martha, and our 2 surviving kids, Martha and Mary. After our family home in Shadwell burned down, we decided to move to a mountaintop home in Monticello, Virginia. In 1776, I started writing a draft that later became known as the Declaration of Independence. And now, I know a lot of you might be wondering, Thomas, why would you put in the Declaration, all men are created equal, but yet you still own slaves? Well, let me tell you, back then, slavery, unfortunately, was widely accepted, and my political rank and my, status within everything, slaves, just kind of, it kept the structure of everything, and our new government that we had established, it very heavily relied on slavery, unfortunately. But from 1784 to 1789, I served as the United States Minister of France. Loved France, absolutely amazing, adored it. But when I came back, I was ready to retire. I was ready to put down the working shoes, ready to go home, see my wife, you know what I mean? But George Washington had very different plans for me. He signed me in as his Secretary of State for 3 years. After that, I definitely retired. I was done. Not doing it no more. However, sadly, on July 4th, 1826, during the 50th anniversary of the adaptation of the Declaration of Independence, I died to a combination of alignments. I was just very sick. I died from a lot of things: old age pneumonia, dehydration, all of it, just all of it. On that same day, my very old friend, John Adams, also died, which was very upsetting, but it's okay. You can find my gravestone in Monticello, Virginia, where it says, "Here was Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, and father of the University of Virginia."